Hey y'all, welcome to Easy Weeknight Meals with Taylor Mock. I have something fun for you. I have a compilation of my top 3 pasta dishes. Now there was a lot of them this year, but check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna season my chicken. I just have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. This is the way to go for me. They cook quick, and most importantly, they are delicious. By the way, I'm starting off with my Blackstone Tuscan herb seasoning. This is delicious. You don't really need much of it at all. And then salt and pepper, and that is it. We're gonna do this on both sides. Before I put the chicken here on the griddle, I'm just gonna add some oil down, and I'm gonna add my boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You can use all different types of meat, really. Any kind of protein. I've had this with steak. It is fabulous with blackened steak. You can use chicken breast, not just chicken thighs. You can do chicken tenders if you wanted to. I've even had this with fried chicken as well, and it's absolutely delicious. So we're gonna let that cook down. I wanna mention here, behind me here, I have a cast iron skillet. This is gonna house my homemade Alfredo sauce. I've had this preheating on high, now on medium low for quite some time just to get that temperature up. First, we're gonna start with butter. You always gotta start with butter. So we're gonna plop that down here in our skillet. We're also gonna do a little bit of garlic. And to that, we're going to add some shallots. I have 1 shallot finely sliced. And I'm just gonna utilize my spatula here and here. Move it around. I love being able to do all of this on one griddle. This is really awesome. I don't have a ton of dirty dishes because typically when you make Alfredo, it makes a mess. To this, typically you would use heavy cream. I'm using coconut milk. This is so good. I'm gonna use a little spoon to get it out. This is so good for you. Coconut cream is so awesome. And it is creamy, trust me. It comes out like a watery consistency, but trust me, it breaks up and you won't even be able to tell the difference when it cooks down. So once this coconut milk is nice and broken down, we're gonna add lots of pepper. I'm gonna talk about the cheeses I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use Parmesan. Now, I said my husband has dairy issues, but he can have Parmesan with this. You don't have to use Parmesan. There's also tons of different dairy-free options you can use for cheese, but I'm gonna do Parmesan cheese and grated Parmesan. So at this point, I'm gonna do a little bit of the grated Parmesan. We're gonna add in a little bit of what would be milk, but I'm using almond milk today with this Alfredo sauce. Okay, we're gonna let that cook down just a bit. Now, what's so great about an Alfredo sauce is the thickness of it, right? So you're probably wondering how we're gonna thicken this. So I use arrowroot or cornstarch, and you always want to do equal parts, 1 tablespoon to 1 tablespoon of water, and mix it good. So we'll do this towards the end. We're gonna let that cook down just a bit. We're gonna flip the chicken and then we'll be back. Let's flip the chicken. I like to do this a couple times just until the crispiness to your liking is ready to go. Our sauce is looking good. Now it's time to thicken it up a bit. Now I use arrowroot. You can use cornstarch if you want to. Just remember, add a little bit in at a time until your thickened consistency is the way that you want your Alfredo sauce. We're gonna pull the chicken off and slice it. I like to slice it in strips. You can dice it if you want to. We're gonna add our noodles. Now I cooked my noodles al dente, my fettuccine noodles, just because we're gonna finish the cooking process within that Alfredo sauce. So once that's in there, you're gonna get it nice and all of it just nice and melted. Probably about another 2 minutes you'll want these noodles to sit in here to finish that cooking process. Once that chicken is sliced, we're gonna go back to the fettuccine. We're gonna plate the chicken. I like to put it on the side. And then we've gotta add some parsley and then extra Parmesan cheese on top. And y'all, it looks absolutely fabulous. Just look at it. Now, being that's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, typically I'd have a large glass of Sauvignon Blanc to enjoy with this, but that's okay because it's so delicious, I don't need it. I'm gonna get the corner here. This is so good, y'all. It is so creamy. You wouldn't even know that there's no like heavy cream, a bunch of dairy in it. Look at that. I gotta have a little bit of chicken. I get a little bit of everything. This is gonna be a really big bite. I might have to do this in increments. Here we go. Chicken You can't even tell. There's no heavy cream. There's not a bunch of dairy in here. This is where it's at. So why did we love that hamburger helper? We loved it because it was quick, it was delicious. I mean, come on, there was like 1,000 different hamburger helpers, right? But this one just, in my opinion, was the best. All right, you can argue with me that it was a cheeseburger one, but trust me, this was it. You don't have to do this. I have shiitake, I have white mushrooms. I'm gonna put that down on high heat here. You want to have some pepper, lots of pepper. Okay. Why I like to use a mixture of the white and the shiitake mushrooms is just because it adds a little bit better flavor in my opinion. White mushrooms can sometimes get a little boring to me, but not with this. We're gonna toss this up real good. Okay. While that's cooking, we're gonna talk about our meat. Today I'm using ground sirloin. You don't have to use ground sirloin. You can use a shaved ribeye. You can do ground beef, 80-20, lean, however you want to. Just make sure it is beef. Now, some people, they just didn't even use the beef part of the recipe. They just made the hamburger helper, right? So, hey, if you're vegetarian, don't worry about the beef. All right, we're gonna break this up here. Okay, now we are going to add yellow onion. I've already bought the pre-chopped kind. This is just easier for me, especially during the weeknights. I'm gonna just toss that down. It's gonna give a little bit of olive oil to it. A little bit of pepper. Already smells so good. And then, can't forget my garlic. Now you can totally use fresh garlic, but for today's purposes, I'm doing it quick. Garlic's the way to go. I'm gonna add about what would equal 2 cloves of garlic onto my mushrooms here. And then we're going to toss them up. Smells so good. Now your mushrooms are what's gonna take the longest to cook down. That's why we put those down first. Now for the kiddos, if they absolutely loathe the mushrooms, then you can put these on the side and add them later if you wanted to. Tossing our beef. So we're just waiting all of this to kind of cook up here. I'm getting my meat all nice and chopped up. Smells amazing. I would say maybe about 2 minutes, and then we're gonna mix it all up and add all those nostalgic, yummy flavors. From the mushrooms to the onions to the ground beef, all of the yumminess into a mound here. We're gonna add the flavor. The flavor is that beef bouillon base. This is just such a quick little hack for a punch of flavor. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon on there. You really don't need a lot. Add some water to that. That'll help break down that bouillon base. Now we're gonna add the noodles. You can argue with me and say, oh, just use the egg noodles, but I'm telling you, some good rotini noodles are the way to go. I have these al dente, by the way. Probably a good amount there. I might add more, we'll see about it. And then I'm gonna add some Greek yogurt. Now save a little bit to dollop on top, but this is gonna add the creamy texture you're gonna be looking for within that stroganoff. So just toss everything all together. Oh, it smells amazing. It is 1994. Mama said dinner is ready and I'm a-running. And this is what's for dinner. I'm gonna turn off my griddle here. So good. About 1 more minute and then we're gonna plate. Now what we're gonna do is plate it. You're gonna add some green onions on top. I love green onions. It just gives you that pop of flavor, and then just a little dollop of the Greek yogurt on top, and look at that beauty. My goodness, nostalgia. It is 1994 and it is dinner time. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of my Greek yogurt here, and we're gonna take a good old bite. Going in. Wow. Honestly, this is way better than the box kind. I mean, obviously, but. So the thing about this pasta dish is you can really just play around with your veggies. I went ahead and bought what was on sale. I did yellow peppers, orange peppers, red peppers. I just diced them up, and I'm gonna put them on my preheated griddle here. I've got it on about a medium low. I'm gonna bump it up just a little bit here. And then we got to talk about the seasoning. So this is super simple seasonings. I'm just going to do a little bit of salt. Okay. And then gotta have my garlic. I love fresh garlic, but hey, when busy moms are busy, this thing comes in handy. And now we're gonna add some of Blackstone's Bayou Blend. It's absolutely phenomenal. This is what's gonna give it that Cajun kick. And cannot forget our butter. All right, now we're just gonna toss it all together. Let this cook down. These veggies will probably take, I would say, about a good 2 to 3 minutes to cook down. While those are cooking down, I want to talk about the meat that I've selected for this pasta. Chicken sausage, hear me out. Buy the pre-sliced kind. Yes, they make this in the grocery stores. Pretty much every grocery store, you can find pre-sliced chicken sausage. You could totally do beef sausage. You can use whatever protein you want. These are already cooked, so essentially I'm just heating them up and I'm kind of getting them a little crispy for this pasta dish. I'm just gonna put them down here in the middle and we're gonna toss. With these, I'm not gonna season them with anything. Feel free to add extra seasonings, but really, there's so much flavor in this pasta dish that you don't need to overdo it with the sodium, right? We will toss these veggies just a little bit. We're basically creating almost like a base of a roux for this pasta with the amount of butter. I used about half a stick. If you really want to spice up your healthiness here, just add a little bit of ghee instead of butter. All right, we'll let those cook down, let the sausage get nice and browned, and then we'll be back. Now that everything is all done over here, we're just gonna move these together, give those a good toss. Look at the crispiness within the chicken sausage, because remember, they're already cooked. We were really just looking for that caramelization in the veggies and the crispiness in the chicken sausage. We gotta talk about the pasta. Now have fun with this, y'all. You could do cavatappi, you could do whatever your heart desires, but today I'm using, I call them the fun little swilly noodles. I know, that's just what I call them. Spiral swilly noodles, that's what we're using today. I'm gonna put those down. I did these al dente, really super al dente. So I cook it about 3/4 of the way. I boil it because it's gonna be getting the heat here on the Blackstone. I'm going to take my Bayou seasoning. I'm gonna put this right on top of the pasta here. And also what's gonna go on top is I pre-cubed my cream cheese. I'm gonna add a little bit of heavy whipping cream on that. And then we're just gonna fold it in nicely, all of it. And this is the fun part. I love to bring the kiddos in on this because it's like a science experiment how it all just kind of marries together. I'm also going to turn down my burners to more on the low side. And we're just gonna let it melt down. Probably about a good, I would say 2 minutes, and then it'll be done. We're gonna add a little more heavy cream to this. Just keep an eye on this. However creamy you want it, that's when you add more heavy cream. We're gonna add in a little bit of more of the Bayou seasoning. Of course, you can add whatever seasonings you want at this point. Lastly, we're gonna add in our spinach, a little bit of olive oil on top, get that spinach wilted, mix it up, really just about 30 seconds for the spinach to wilt. We gotta plate this. Look how beautiful that looks. Now we're gonna bring it over, just add a couple more things to finish it out. Parmesan cheese on top, freshly grated. Then we're gonna add a little bit more of that Cajun seasoning. And I gotta tell you, it's smelling good. My mouth is watering, literally, it's watering. I'm so hungry, we've gotta dig in. I gotta get a little bit of everything, you know? We gotta get some chicken sausage, some spinach, some pasta, and of course those veggies. Here we go. Where is my wine when I need it? This would go so good with either a red blend or even a Sauvignon Blanc if you want a white. Absolutely delicious. I mean, the flavors are amazing. You've got the pop of the smokiness from that chicken sausage. I do think this would be a hit too with beef sausage. And then just the flavors of that Cajun. Wow, I am hungry just watching those, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in, watching these episodes, and I hope you enjoyed these dishes with your family. Again, feel free to always comment, chat with me. I want to hear from you. Thanks again for an incredible journey here with Blackstone in 2025.